When I was 16 I was a total idiot and a new driver. I had a car that was a standard and I always loved to rip out from my house really fast and shift lots, because it felt cool. One morning I was going to be late for school and there was lots of ice on the ground. I was going really fast and hit a corner too quickly and just kept going straight. I smashed into the back of a truck in someone's driveway. Their rear bumper completely fell off. My car on the other hand, miraculously had no damage. I remember panicking and knew I couldn't afford whatever was coming my way, so I immediately drove away after I crashed. I got out a few blocks away and assessed my damage and my adrenaline slowly went down. I drove by several times in the following weeks to see he never got around to fixing the truck, and to this day it's still missing its back bumper. I still feel bad about it 5 years later. I've been the worst brother to my siblings. I took a very high dose of weed and kind of realized how shitty of a brother I've been. I'm a freshman who came home from college because of Corona. My brother is 10 and my sister is 13. I've been super angry ever since I've gotten home, and I've kinda been an asshole to them. I pictured it in my head as me helping them learn. I essentially became an angry parent who I would kinda be ass. I felt so bad they looked up to me before, and I am just realizing this now. My brother is going through a super angry phase right now and I blame myself for it cause I've been so shitty. I feel so bad. I am going to try to make it up to them somehow. I think obey something. Typing class was in 4th period right before lunch. The room was set up with individual desks in straight rows with super heavy typewriters on each one. As I was walking to class one day, it was in a portable building outside of the main campus, this super annoying kid from this class decided to push me from behind into a couple friend, nearly knocking us all over. This wasn't the first time he would do annoying crap like this, and on this day I decided enough was enough. I proceeded to chase him into class and I couldn't catch him as he weaved between desks. In all my infinite wisdom I decided it would be best to take the sweatshirt wrapped around my waist off and swing it at him like I was Indiana Jones using a whip. Well, he was at the back of the room and within striking distance. I swung my sweatshirt and instead of connecting with him, it hooked onto a typewriter as I pulled it back towards me. The single, top heavy desks then proceeded to fall like dominoes. The teacher had this weird rule that everyone must stack their chairs after each class, so there was nothing to slow them down. There was no hiding the carnage from the rest of the incoming class. The teacher walked in and we were ratted out almost instantaneously by Ms. Goody Two-Shoes that had her desk knocked over. I have no clue what punishment my adversary received, but after class I was to skip lunch and take a bucket to find the custodian to get some water, soap and sponges, and would have to scrub down all 30 typewriters in the room. I took the bucket and almost immediately spotted the custodian, and walked right by him. I went and sat in a secluded corner and ate my lunch. Afterwards I roamed the halls for the remaining lunch period and crossed paths with the custodian on several occasions. Right when lunch was about to end I returned to class and told my teacher that I had no luck finding him. Teacher told me I would need to do it after school and my parents would be contacted. After school I walked right past that classroom and rode my bike home as fast as I could. Got home in time to watch Masters of the Universe and to monitor the phone. The call to my parents never came. Next day came and went and my teacher never said another word to me about my cleaning duty or further punishment. The kid that originally pushed me clearly got shafted as he was pretty mellow after that day. I still don't know why I didn't take the brunt of the punishment, because I'm the one that hooked and pulled down the typewriters. His crime was just being annoying. I used to steal recklessly every time I went out and never got caught. Before I write this, I am just gonna say that I have stopped stealing and I have no intention on ever stealing again, so I don't remember exactly when I started this stealing stage, but it lasted for a few years and I think I was maybe 13 and very naive. Whenever I went out to a Walmart or Five Below, which were my favorite places to steal from, I would walk in with an empty or light plastic shopping bag and 30 minutes later I would be making my way out the door with a full bag. I would literally just walk down the aisles and just drop things in my bag, nothing I needed, of course, just stupid things. My friends who were with me would always be scared we were definitely gonna get caught, but no employee ever said a word to me. The most I ever stole was like $400 to $500 worth of high-end makeup from Sephora in a mall. My mom lied to me and told me that they got our license plate number and that we needed to pay for all of the money and I was banned from the mall. I ended up finding out she just knew what I had done and wanted to scare the shit out of me, but it worked because after that the stealing got less and less frequent and now I don't steal at all. I don't know why I felt the need to impulsively steal wherever I went, but I am glad it stopped even though I never faced any real consequences. I scammed little kids for food by giving them dirt. This sounds really stupid, so let me explain back. In elementary school I used to be a fat vacuum. I will always be hungry, but my mom didn't pack me more food. So one day I decided to try to trade for food. I went to some first graders and offered them my old Pokémon card for some Skittles. They refused, so I was begging them for some, but they would not budge. So I gave up. I went to the court area and I noticed some dirt that was colored with paint, and I thought it was cool. So I grabbed a handful to show my friends, but as I was walking back the kids I tried to trade with noticed it and asked where I got it. I joked and said it was magical, and they said they will trade for the dirt, so he gave me like 5 Skittles for some dirt. The next day he asked me if he can have more and he offered me his Capri Sun if I gave him dirt. So for 3 months I scammed the kids out of food. To this day I sometimes chuckle remembering how stupid they were.